this girl could talk about soccer until her face turned purple all day long, night, sleep, in her dreams. She does it all the time. So I have to be like, no, yeah, we're done. We're done. You have 5 minutes. You can talk for 5 more minutes about soccer, and then that's it for the rest of the night. I don't want to hear it.
She will literally give me a time.
Yeah.
And usually it's like 8 minutes, and I'm like, what is the most important thing I need to get off my chest?
I'm like, okay.
Wow, I played 90 minutes yesterday and my legs are in so much pain and my hamstrings are screaming.
Well, you know what they say, pain is weakness leaving the body.
Are you calling me weak?
Oh, no, I'm not, because even with sore hamstrings, I bet you could still kick my butt. Welcome to In These Cleats. Do you want me to rub your calves?
Please. Oh, is that how you rub?
A co-host. We have 2 amazing guests today. Our first guest is Jess Fishlock, who is a midfielder for OL Reign and the Wales women's national team. She has played professionally in England, the Netherlands, Scotland, Australia, and Germany. She was the first Welsh player to earn over 100 caps and was named Welsh Footballer of the Year 5 times. Woo!
Wow.
And with her, we have Tziarra King, aka Z, played for North Carolina State from 2016 to 2019, where she ranks 3rd all-time in career goals and earned 4-team All-ACC. She was drafted to the Utah Royals, where she scored her first goal less than 20 minutes into her professional career. Okay, badass. She is currently a forward for the OL Reign, where she was named MVP of the 2022 Women's Cup, and where you both won the NWSL Shield last year.
We did.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Also, you're coming off an amazing playoff win.
How are you feeling?
Well, I am exhausted.
You got banged up out there.
In every single manner of the word. I feel like I've been hit by a train.
Yeah.
But we won,
gets worse
so
as
it's
you age.
fine. Yeah, it really does. So yeah, and Z just got off training. How was that?
It was good. My team won everything today, so, that makes it not so bad.
No, yeah. The training after a game where you only have like 10 people,
Yep.
The only thing that makes that day better is winning.
100%.
So I don't know if you know that, Tien, but
That's new to me. Thank you for that insight.
you stay up, you warm up for forever, usually on the sideline. Warming up is hard during a game. And then you stay up late, you have adrenaline from winning, and then you have to go train the next day for the people that don't get a lot of minutes, and it's tough. But winning helps.
Yes.
Winning does
Exactly.
help. Yeah. And we had a little bit of we had a little celebration last night.
What did you do?
Nothing crazy. Just, a little tiny mini pool party, some might say.
Some might call it that.
Which was fun. But I did feel a little sorry for the girls going training this morning whilst the rest of us stayed back by the pool, because it's beautiful weather here in San Diego, and obviously we haven't seen the sun in Seattle for like 2 months now, so everyone is just living their best lives.
How did it feel for you both, like, during the game? Like, what was going through your mind? Like, how were you all?
Were you stressed?
Like, pushing? Yeah. What was it?
I was sitting on the sideline.
Stress.
It's funny, a few of us on the bench have this running tally of like how many times does your heart fall out of your asshole and then come back in the game. I think we had at least 10. But no, it was good. I mean, for the most part, it felt like we were in control. So I was like, oh, I'm not worried. We got this. We got to like the, 75th minute, and there was some sketchy shit going on. I was like, was a little scared. But it always gets to that at the end of the game. You're like, okay, hold on.
Yeah. I think in the game, especially the first half, felt like in complete control of the game itself. I felt like we controlled what was going on with the ball, without the ball, whatever. And obviously we scored pretty early in the second half, which always is the crotch, the little bit chaotic, right? The first goal that goes in, and then you're like,
wait, what did you call Jess? What did you call it?
the crotch.
I know as a Schross, but she said the crotch.
No,
the crotch.
Crotch.
Oh,
Cross shot. That's the beginning and the end.
Oh, crotch. Crotch.
Yeah.
It sounds dangerously close to crotch.
Yeah.
I'm going with Schross.
I don't know. Crotch makes sense because it is a cross that becomes a shot. You know.
Okay. I like this.
But yeah, second half was did not feel as easy. I feel like with San Diego when they kind of just call it a day and start just kind of going long a little bit, you never know what can happen. And you know, they have really good players that make that style like pretty effective. So then it was just backs against the wall and finish it out, which I thought we did really well, actually. So
I'm going to give a shout out to Claudia Dickey as well, UNC. But she has come up huge. And San Diego took some shots outside of the box because you guys were so organized defensively.
Yeah.
But she, like, I never feel nervous with her back there. And she's a rookie goalkeeper, which is insane.
She's
right?
so calm and composed. And she has a really good like tempo of the game. She knows exactly when to slow things down to try and take the sting out of the opposition. I felt she did that so well yesterday. So yeah, we love Claude. Love her.
Yeah, I think that's so underrated as a goalkeeper. Tempo, where you need to go fast, you need to go slow. Everyone's like gassed, and I'm literally in my mind always thinking, please just fall on the ball for a second. To fall, maybe do rolls, like 4 rolls.
Yeah.
You might look stupid, but
do your
helps
shoelace too. That would be nice. Take your gloves off.
Yes.
Put them back on.
Now, I know you can't tell us game plan wise what you have in store for the championship game, but how are you personally getting ready for next Saturday?
Oosh. I am not thinking that far ahead. I am trying to get through today. Yeah, the next 48 hours for me will just be
chilling,
getting my body right, massage, pool, recovery, sleep, a lot of sleep. And then come, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll start thinking about what's going on Saturday. I can't be thinking about that now. It's way too early for me to start thinking about that stuff right now.
That's so interesting you say that. I feel like whenever I have like a big like stand-up gig ahead, I'm like thinking about it like as soon as I like book it. So I need to take a page from you and just be like, chill out, slow down, don't get all up in my head about it. I mean, it makes so much sense. Like what, getting amped for what?
It just takes so much energy.
It's so much energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pino always says, I gotta turn my knobs down. So she always says, I said, how you feeling? She goes, gotta turn them knobs down. I'm like, I love it. And then when she's ready, she goes, I'm gonna turn them up now. Every time she's just going.
Like 10 minutes before the game.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
I'm going to give you guys a shout out too, you and Pino, because you are putting out numbers out there that I can even put out. And your experience, I won't say older, but it's actually insane to see the work that you've done. And I think Laura commented on how much work the front 4 did, but then you and Sonnet, you guys were like cleaning up everything after the press. And you guys are so hard to break down, and it's so frustrating. And I'm actually frustrated being on the podcast right now, but I'm actually rooting for you guys to win it all.
Oh.
1, it makes us look better, but 2, you earned it. You played an amazing season.
What is it like for our listeners who, we're all big queers here, and for our listeners out there, you are both engaged. What is it like to play together, be fiancés on the field together?
This is Tien's dream, by the way.
This is honestly my dream. Paige was like, I think we asked each other, like, what would you rather, like,
interesting.
psycho. I'm like, I want same team. I want the rom-com. I want that.
The rom-com. That's funny.
I want the rom-com, baby.
I support it. I think it's great. I mean, it's nice. We get to hang out together all the time. And it's funny because we still have yet to get tired of each other, which is wild.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Sometimes we're like...
Well, you have the rest of your lives together, so just to point out facts.
There's still time.
I know a lot of people think, oh my God, you train together, you play together, you live together. It must be crazy. And like when people say it out loud, I'm like, that sounds terrible. Oh my gosh. But honestly, like we're really good. We have like different hobbies and we're very good at also like just taking our own space when we need it. Yeah. And we're very good at just like communicating with each other. You know, I'll just be like, listen, I need a little minute. I'm just going to go over here, watch my shows, or she'll go up and do a puzzle or play with her plants and, you know, plants. Yeah, you know, like
that's what I do. I just play with my plants.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's
how. What does that look like?
Interested she is in my hobby.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
oh, cute. Yeah. And I think too that I feel like I am very particular about the boundary that I set about being outside of soccer. Like, she likes to talk about soccer. I'm talking about this girl could talk about soccer until her face turned purple all day long, night, sleep, in her dreams. She does it all the time. So I have to be like, no, we're done. We're done. You have 5 minutes. You can talk for 5 more minutes about soccer, and then that's it for the rest of the night. I don't want to hear it.
Literally give me a time.
Yeah.
And usually it's like 8 minutes, and I'm like, what is the most important thing I need to get off my chest?
Like, okay. You feel better? Good. I love it.
So, Z, how's like the role been for you with Seattle? I know you have a different role, and we've talked about that. How has that been with you this year? You played so many minutes as a freaking young player. You were at Utah and now you're with Seattle. How is that for you? And what are you excited about for the future?
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. I think it's been a major transition adjustment period for me. This is, if you count Challenge Cup as a year, this is my fourth, kind of third-ish season in the league. And so it's a lot, you know? Like I'm also very emotional. I'm a very emotional person. So it's not like I can ever cover it or like pretend like I don't feel some type of way, because I do and I try my best. But I have learned so much. I feel like I've developed and gotten better as a player. And so it's just waiting for that opportunity. I mean, obviously, you know, the role that I play the same position as Megan Rapinoe. Like, you know what I mean? You also have to acknowledge that, you know, opportunity is not necessarily here. And that's kind of how the Reign's always been, you know, just solid players. And you know.
Yeah, I got cut twice.
Yeah, like seriously.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. And you wouldn't be the player that you are and will be in the future if you weren't so frustrated. And I think that's going to carry you farther.
Exactly. So I'm excited. I mean, I think that this year has kind of been like this, literally. There's like times when I'm like super optimistic, like I feel myself getting better, like I'm proud of my performances, and then something happens and I'm like back at the bottom and I'm like, well, maybe I'm not good enough, you know, like whatever. All these things spiral in my head. And so just trying to keep it in the middle, just trying to keep it level and be ready for whenever my moment is. Because it's coming. I'm going to tell you what, it's coming.
It's coming.
Y'all just wait.
So tell us just a little bit. Is the wedding here? Is the wedding in Wales?
You know it's in Wales.
Is
We didn't even fight about that. Our venue is gorgeous.
10 out of 10.
Can I ask what it is?
How would you describe it?
On a farm?
Yes. It is in
Farm,
On a farm.
prairie.
It's kind of like,
Well, not
I guess the
farm.
best description would be like a manor house.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that really understates.
Well, it has like there's like different parts of it. So it's like the manor house is like the big kind of like wow, because it is just like wow. But then separate to that is
Like a bar.
like a bar area that's
and
like
where
a
the
nice
reception
1920s feels to it.
Ooh.
And then the reception area is adjacent to the bar. So there's like different parts of the venue, which is super nice for us because you'll feel like you're in different environments.
Do you get to stay at the manor?
Yeah.
we've
So all of
booked
our
it out.
people are staying. And
Booked it out for 2 days.
It's gonna be
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a hoot.
Okay. So one last question before we go. I mean, back to soccer. This is our NWSL podcast. How does it feel as look at me reintroducing the podcast to you? How does it feel to be a part of this league that, both games had record-breaking attendance for both playoff games? Jess, you've been in the league for a while. ZU too. Like, how does it feel to have seen that sort of? I know it's like I feel like maybe a softball question for you, but I would love to know, like, how has it felt seeing that growth?
And are we doing enough?
And are we doing enough? And what can we be doing more?
Yeah.
Look, we've come a long way. That's not, everybody knows that. Like the San Diego situation yesterday was incredible. They were loud. They were booing. They were doing everything that they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
They were truly incredible. The less we talk about the field, the better. Because
the football lines, yeah.
I feel like sometimes we're just not helping ourselves at the end of the day. Like there's no way that we have all these crowds, we have these fans, we're selling out, and then we play on a football field where a football team played a game the night before, so there was rivets and sand and paint all over this field. And so to your point, Paige, is like, yes, we're doing so great, but then there's always something that is like just something that's in our control that we can be better at. That just is like really like also stopping us from growing, if that makes sense. So it's like, I find it really hard to like really lean into everything that's great when we have something that is so easily fixed and in our control that we just bypass all the time because we want to give San Diego the championship final. But if the fields cannot accommodate for our level and allow us to be the priority, then we have to wait until San Diego are able to do that for us to then go and use that field, and I feel sometimes we just don't think, that what we're doing is good enough for that level of kind of commitment when it is, and it has to be. So I feel like she was still stuck in that kind of cycle a little bit.
You said it exactly. It's like the crowd was sold out, largest playoff crowd ever in history. It's amazing. 2 incredibly talented teams. And then some, like when we turned on the TV, I was like, the football lines are still there. So you're exactly right.
And I don't know if you could see the actual state of the field itself, but obviously they played football the night before. And so how many?
It was bad.
It was bad.
And then they try to fill the holes with sand, and then that's when you freaking turn your ankle.
They couldn't. There were so many of them, and they're trying to spray over with green dye.
Coming off green.
Yeah.
With free. Oh my God.
Green. I'm like,
it just doesn't need to be that way. Look what they have. They sell it out. Their fans love them. They really kind of like going after Portland for this kind of fan experience. Everyone wants to play at this game like LA and Portland. You guys are really kind of fighting for that home field advantage. And then we just we forget the most important thing, pretty much, the field.
The soccer, the product.
The soccer.
The thing.
The soccer.
And the players that need to be playing on safe material.
Right.
So, but you know what? I pray that we'll make better decisions moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
on the bright side,
Positive, baby. Come on.
it's awesome to see everybody coming out to support. And I think, too, it's a really exciting time for our club as well because, our club's getting sold. Like, we have a great opportunity for, like, this amazing, exciting rebrand, reconnection. Like, I just think it'll be a really awesome time for our club to kind of tap into some of that good energy. So hopefully, next year we can get high regular numbers and continue to draw in, the crowds, seats, people.
Yeah, hopefully we tap into to, what LA are doing that works so well, what San Diego are doing that works so well.
Community.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
it's all in the community.
We can tap into their methods because we know obviously the fan base is there. It's just we're obviously lacking something that kind of keeps them engaged in what we're doing. And yeah, like you say, Paige, probably is community, and we need to be better at that. But like she says, it's super exciting time for us as a club and as a whole. Obviously, the NWSL, I think that they get things right. This place gonna fly in the next 3 years. Like it's just gonna fly.
Yeah,
and that's really exciting.
Well, thank you both so much for taking the time after an amazing playoff win to sit down and talk with us. I'm very excited to root for you this weekend. So, Paige, sorry I'm doing this in front of you, but excited to root for you too.
No, it's all fun and games. I really wish you the best of luck because of how successful your club has been. And I love watching you guys play. I mean, Laura's such a smart and amazing coach. Yeah, I wish you guys the best. And I can't freaking wait to watch. I'll be there.
All right, Paige, it's time to introduce a new game. What if you had to defend the back line with Jennifer Garner and America Ferrera? What if your best forward was Jessica Chastain?
So you're imagining a team of celebrities?
That's right. A team made up of solely Angel City owners. It's time to play fantasy soccer.
Woo!
Woo! Okay. First of all, what's our formation, Coach Paige?
I'm going to go with a 4-3-3. It's very traditional.
4-3-3 traditional for 3 forwards. Who are you putting up there and why?
I can't tell if I want Alexis as a center back because of how tall he is or a forward, like an Abby Wambach forward.
Maybe since he's so innovative, like a tech guy, created Reddit, that he'd be very forward thinking and going for the goal.
But I think you have to be more creative, starting the attack. I think of center back as more of the quarterback. You start the play.
Okay.
Like a startup. Whereas the forwards finish.
Then let's put Alexis in the back.
Yeah, center back.
Center back. Alexis center back.
Who's next to Alexis on the center back?
I feel like you need some speed, right?
Ooh,
You need some speed, and I feel like maybe a Lindsey Vonn would be an incredible.
Oh, yeah. And she's tall.
And she's fast.
And she's great at communicating.
She is.
She was on our pod.
She was incredible.
Yeah, let's put Lindsey Vonn back there.
Okay, Lindsey Vonn is in the back. Woo! Okay, left back. Someone who's going to, run up and down that field.
Yeah, I think it is Uzo.
I love that choice.
Uzo's going to be a great outside back, I think.
Yep.
A lot of energy.
Brings a lot of energy.
Would put in some tackles.
Would run through a person.
All right, right back. Whew, this is getting hard.
I know. What about Christina Aguilera?
I feel like she would be a good outside back.
She's always good at doing those vocal runs. So maybe she would be good at running. That makes sense, right?
It totally makes sense.
That's the math, right?
Yeah, that's why I can play.
I imagine
Do you know what you just said?
No.
It's, do you want to get in bed with me?
Great. Okay, what about our center middies here?
Someone who's smart.
Someone who's smart.
Not that they're not.
No,
all
they're
smart.
all smart. They're
successful.
all incredibly smart. Someone with good leadership.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Glennon.
Yes, I was going to say Glennon too.
Yeah. She's smart, good leadership. I don't know how good she would be in the midfield, but she will cheer the team on.
Yes, a good like energy presence in the
She'll
center of the field.
direct people around.
Yes.
That's for sure.
I mean, I've seen through her Instagram that she's only just learning about soccer,
Yep.
really. So,
And she calls it the soccer.
and she calls it the soccer. So, what a great place to put her in.
Right
To be
in
the general
center.
of the field. Okay, who's alongside her?
She's a tad small.
Okay.
So we need something to complement that.
You're right.
What about Jessica?
Jessica Chastain is tall.
She's badass.
She's incredibly prestige actress.
Yeah.
Has been in Zero Dark 30, so maybe she could just like interrogate the other team.
That's smart.
Right?
Being in the center of the field, you're around everyone.
Exactly.
You can interrogate the defenders and the forwards.
This is why we
Wow.
need her. This
Dream
is why we need her.
team.
Dream team.
We need one more
One more midfielder. Can we throw Billie Jean King in there?
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
Right?
Yep.
Just-
Why?
Why? She probably could run up and down the field for 90 minutes like that.
That's what I think too.
You know?
She's an athlete.
She's an athlete. She's a queer icon.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable playing with her.
100%. And she's a leader on and off the pitch.
Yeah, we got a bunch of leaders in there.
With Billie Jean King, we can put a racket in each hand.
Oh my God,
And she could just whack people. What's the big deal about? There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I would want her on my team.
Exactly.
Not against.
I'd like to see her be like,
And someone goes flying.
yeah. Okay, what about our forwards?
I've been looking at Julie Ehrman as a forward this whole time. I know, but I don't know if she's going to be a starter. I feel like
Ouch, Julie. You're on the bench.
she is an energizer bunny, just like our forwards that come off the bench who uplift the team. She uplifts us every day. I mean, she did start this team.
I
so
feel like
maybe
she should start. If she starts the team, think the woman gets to start the team that she created.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, then I'll create a team and start.
Okay, great. Well, you already start.
Well,
All right, who is on either side? I feel like we should put Natalie Portman,
the other founder of the team.
the other founder of the team, as the forward, because I just think that Queen Amidala, was that character's name? Queen Amidala?
I just think of Thor.
Or Thor, yes.
Thor? Can you imagine Thor running up and down against defenses?
No, she'd be great. I think of Thor. I think of Queen Amidala. And the Star Wars people are going to come for my ass.
I feel like she would like jump in the air and do a pirouette. Is that what it's
Yes.
called?
Black
And
Swan.
then
Could you imagine Black Swan?
Her leg in the air, bicycle kick.
Yes.
Wow, she's perfect.
She's perfect for that.
Yeah.
I mean, that character in Black Swan did have a like existential mental breakdown, but I think that works on the field. You know?
Yeah. You black out on the field.
Exactly.
So it's perfect.
So it's perfect. Black Swan, a forward. The other forward, we need a goal scorer. We need someone who's going to just like throw their body into everything.
What do you think, Gabrielle?
I feel Gabrielle Union.
Yes.
If she brought that bring it on energy,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Bad bitch energy.
Bad bitch
That's
energy.
what we call it.
That's what I'm calling it now. Bad
Yeah.
bitch energy. She's going to bring that bad bitch energy to the forward position.
Yeah.
She's all that. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Wow.
Classic rom-coms.
Yeah.
She can bring that rom-com charm.
Is it charm? I like the 10 things I hate about you, and then she'll like pick things that she hates about the defenders
Yes.
and go at them.
This is what we need from our Angel City team. Okay, we got to pick a goalkeeper. Who is the one that's not afraid to throw their body in front of something?
Definitely not Jay Shetty. 'Cause I'd
Sorry,
be like,
Jay Shetty.
He'd be like, it's okay if the ball goes past me. And I would be like, no, it's not. Sophia Bush.
Maybe
is a little
Sophia
cray.
Bush.
Yeah.
One Tree Hill. Okay, she played the, wasn't she kind of like the antagonist in One Tree Hill?
Yeah. She was in between Chad Michael Murray and Nathan.
Which
whatever
are
his
almost
actor.
like goalposts. Those two men are like goalposts. So
And she was bouncing back and forth.
Exactly.
Real fast.
Exactly.
Like-
So
That's
She's got good hands. Great. I don't know why I said that. Based on my limited knowledge of One Tree Hill. But she was bouncing between those two men like she'd bounce between two goalposts.
it's perfect.
I think that's a respectful way to categorize her skills as a soccer player.
All right, we do have to have a team chef.
We do?
We do have Gary at the moment.
Okay.
But
Shout out to Gary.
Shout
Shout out to Gary.
His eggs are consistent.
Incredible. No, that's huge. It's hard to make good eggs consistently.
Yeah.
Love your eggs, Gary.
Gary. But I think Jen Gardner would do a better job.
Jennifer
So-
Gardner, Alias.
Yeah.
Star of Alias, star of 13 going on 30.
Star of her own YouTube cooking channels.
I would love for her to be like pretending to still be in 13 going on 30 and is like, I'm a 13-year-old in this 30-year-old woman's body and I'm a chef for a soccer team.
That is funny.
That's it. I mean, that's our team. So like we put together a dream team.
Championship
of
team.
a championship team made of folks who put together a dream team.
Yeah. We got leaders, goal scorers, Billie Jean, hitting people with rackets. Yeah, we're set.
We're set. Dream come true. Whoa! That was a mean stoppage time, but it reminds me of marching band.
Oh, what did you play?
I didn't. They rehearsed outside my counseling sessions. So now when I hear a tuba, it reminds me to ask myself how I'm feeling.
Checking in is good.
Yeah, but when I hear a sax, I want to tell Mrs. Martindale to off for feeding us spaghetti. Surprise again! I mean, it wasn't even tomato sauce. It was clearly ketchup. Do you think we're animals? What is this?
Maybe we should flip this coin.
Good idea. Self-care tips. Okay.
What are your self-care tips?
Oh, what are my self-care tips? Well, I'm like a big comfort food person.
Yeah.
So does that count as self-care?
Yeah, it is. Anything that makes you feel
Okay. When I'm feeling down and I need a pick-me-up, I get myself a Panda Express Panda Bowl.
Oh, yum.
A little half noodle, half super greens, orange chicken, hot
Yum.
sauce. And that is truly like anytime I'm like, oh, I'm having a bad day.
Does it
My
fix
wife is
your
like,
problems?
no, it makes me feel a little worse as I'm eating it because it's delicious, but it's like,
Yeah, a little
it's like
greasy.
fat, it's a little greasy.
Yeah,
But my wife is like, is it a panda day? And I'm like, it's a panda day.
that's cute.
So that's my self-care.
That's it?
Well, that and like if I'm really feeling it, I think I've brought this up already, but I watch like a ton of tiny house videos.
Yeah. That's weird.
It is weird because they are essentially the same layout every single time. It's not a new layout when I see a new video.
It
like
can't
I'm like,
be anything
I know.
else.
Well,
It's in a tiny
I know, but
house.
I love I'm like, okay, wow, that's a kitchen that was the same as the last 10 videos that I watched.
Yeah. In the bed that pulls down.
Yeah, but it's very comforting to me.
Well, that makes me happy. We need to work on some things. Like, I don't know, taking a bath.
Oh,
Epsom
I
salt
don't
bath.
like baths.
Why? Because you're just sitting in water.
Yeah, there's something about it. I feel like I could be doing something more productive.
Like binge watching shows?
Well, when you say it like that, Paige,
Love is Blind?
when you say it like that, Paige, what are your self-care tips?
Definitely binge watching some shows.
Okay.
Like Alone. It makes me feel a lot better.
It doesn't it?
I have a shower,
Brag.
a toilet, food.
Yes.
Don't have to go hunt for food. Yeah, it's a huge self-care. That's it. That's all I got. I would say drink whiskey, but
Do
I'm an
it.
athlete.
Why not? What, you can't? Is that bad?
I don't know.
Okay.
It is bad.
I mean, if I'm feeling, I'll make a little Manhattan
Yeah,
or an old fashioned. I just want like an old man's drink.
me too.
Yeah.
Smoky.
Smoky.
Yeah.
I want to feel like anytime I'm drinking, I want to feel like I'm about to be like back in my day.
Yeah.
That's how I like to
I
drink.
just picture it in like this room with the old desk with all the books.
Yes. That's what I want.
And people just come in and you're just sitting there
Full of
waiting for them.
encyclopedias
Yeah, that you've never read.
that I've never read.
Thanks everybody for watching In These Cleats.
We'll see you next week.